Welcome, everyone. So, here's the funny thing. I planned on doing this for River and for Delana, and I wanted to invite everyone else. And the reason why I invited um, these two ladies to be my guests, and as you can see here, that River chose magic and Delana chose science fiction with the gnomes, and I wanted to invite them as my guests of honor because they're my first two supporters to Life of Fiction. And so I was so excited about sharing this platform and sharing this next step with Life of Fiction on Substack that I wanted to reveal it with both of them here. So anyway, are you ladies there? You got the avatars there, but there you are. Hello, River. So it's funny because I've been on Substack now for 2 years, and the whole goal. And here's the funny thing: I've known River longer than you, Lisa, and gosh, River, you've been supporting me for like 4 years.
It's been a very long
It
time.
has. Oh my goodness, I should send you flowers.
Well, I think you sent me a book a while ago, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. um, gosh, yeah. So, and we know each other from World Anvil, and then I met Delana and Justice here over on World Anvil as well. And then, how did we end up here on Substack? Wasn't it Johnny Truant, Johnny B. Truant?
Johnny B. Truant. Yeah.
So you got him to do an article or to release one of his articles that he'd already written, and
On Riders in the Storm. Yeah.
yeah, and I think if I remember correctly, you were telling, because I told you, I was like, well, I'm a fan. I've bought a bunch of his books, and then I think if I remember correctly, and forgive me if Johnny sees this, but what wasn't it like he was willing to do it, but he wasn't sure that he was gonna mix with anybody in the comments.
He doesn't do guest blogs anymore at
Oh,
all. And so he was like, well, if you want to repost my article, I'll give you permission to do it, but don't expect me to be there.
yeah, and that's what I says. Oh, I'll get him in the comments. I started calling him out on stuff, and he showed up. And what a neat guy, because I've never
He's very cool.
communicated with him. But I remember the last question that I asked him. He's like, I already answered that in a article. You'll have to come over to my website, and he was on Substack. And I came here, and it was right at the time where, oh gosh, I'd unpublished all my books. That was a crazy thing. And in a fit of listening to the naysayers for the first time since 1990, and I just, okay, fine. And I just unpublished everything. 72 hours later, when it was all done, I was like, what am I doing? So I came over here and I see Substack, and I'm like, wait, there's all these tools, and I can just be in one place, and I can mix with my readers. I could rewrite everything, do it in serial format, and then this platform allows you to interact, as you both know, much more readily and dynamically with your readers, doing the newsletters, but then you've got notes, you've got chat, you can do the video, you can do the pot, you can do everything here on Substack. And then they come out with live, and I was like, this is fantastic. I'm so excited. And it's like, I wasn't a top seller. So it's like, wait, okay, I got to wait until they give it to everybody. And then my friend Susan Stoneman said, hey, Jamie, I want you to come see something. Okay. So I popped over, and yeah, she showed me this platform, and I went, this is a whole. At first, I was like, well, this is like Zoom, and within 3 minutes, it's like, no, this is not like Zoom. we've got the circles here. I mean, what was your, because I showed that to you, Lisa. So what went through your mind? Because you use Zoom. I'm not, I mean, I go use Zoom when, I get invited to something, but I don't have an account or anything. And River, we do things through Zoom with, our friends over there in World Anvil. But what did you think, Lisa, when you saw this?
At first, I thought, well, why do I need this instead of Zoom? And then I started looking at it and I'm like, huh, it's supposed to help not get headaches. I need that. And then I started researching it and I was like, wait a minute, I could build websites with this. And from there on, it's just like, how, how fast can I get them to take my money? Yeah.
I'm totally curious, River. When I showed this to you for the first time, what did you think?
I guess my first answer was like I opened it and I'm like, this is the most Jamie thing I've seen in a long time.
I love that you can theme this though. That's what got me right away is when Susan said, "Oh no," because I thought, she made some stuff with AI and, backgrounds and, like beachfront property and or the a tropical forest. I was like, "This is beautiful. I like this a lot better than just the squares or the rectangles with Zoom." And she says, "Well, you can change all that. You can theme it yourself." I was like, "Wait, how do you theme it yourself?" She says, "Well, with you being a cartoonist, you could draw the background." Wait, what? Wait. And I can do links in here? Yeah. And you can do, wait a minute. And then I noticed the biggest thing that I loved about this is that there's no software, there's no app, there's no updating, there's nothing. You just send someone a link and you show up and you just start doing this. And that's when I went, oh, Life of Fiction is just about ready to we're gonna do something totally different. So I was trying to think of a good slogan or punchline or something. I have no idea. This is like, I know that I've been preparing by building these rooms, and I've got some other rooms that I'm going to show you, ladies, and then show you some maps. But anyone who is in here, Joseph, and you can click on things in this room. You'll notice that when you do find something and your what do you call it? Your cursor. Your cursor goes over something and it turns into the glove. You can click on it and it will pop up. If it's a picture, it'll blow up in your screen. And one of the great things about this experience here is that it's individual. So when I do something on the screen, it's not affecting any of you. And when you look at stuff on the screen, it's not affecting anyone else. And if we share a screen, so if we're writing together, if we're, masterminding a game, if we're playing a game together, I can share a screen and each of you individually can make it bigger and position it anywhere you want on the screen, which I think is absolutely amazing. Hey, DW, I'm glad you could join us. Now you get to see the finished room. But what I found was so just amazing is that you can just do this at the drop of a hat, just at a moment's notice, just with a link. And the other cool thing is that we can create these spaces that are, I don't know, this blew my mind, that you can keep them open 24/7, 365. So those few things together is when I went, oh, I gotta show this to River. I gotta show this to the rest of the community. I need to build a world. Oh wait, I have a world. Let's build that one. So I talk with the guys. I talk with Hoban. I talk with Chuck. I talk with Dax. Dax doesn't want to have anything to do with this crap. He says he'll show up when it's done. But Chuck's like, the possibilities are endless. Hoban is so in. And I figured, well, let's see. We wouldn't really be able to create everything if we went into the majority of the world, we're going to have gnome technology with a mixture of magic, hence the two chairs. So magic and technology, we combine them together. And one of the things that I wanted to do in this meeting and showing everyone is I would like to involve the whole community in the growing of this. So right down next to, in between River and I on the table, is a little tiny card. And if all of you will go and click on that, it will open up to a map. And I call this map the map of maybe. What should we bring to life? And I was thinking about some basic ideas, but I have wanted so badly to find another way to mix with everyone and engage with everyone in real time. And this is actually real time. So we can visit, we can create these spaces, and they're open 24/7, 365, which means I don't always have to be there. If you want to use a room, you can. And so I thought of just a few ideas that I had and wanted to include them in this map. At the very, very bottom, you'll see the center one says the cafe. And then to the right and to the left, it says the porch. And so I'd like to create a place that's public, that's free and open to everyone. It'll be a good, decent size, and it will have 2 side rooms that people can visit, in smaller groups. And then from there, those who are part of the Life of Fiction community, they can get into the bigger world. And the biggest difference you're going to see right off the bat is that the cafe and the porches, those will be in black and white. Everything that is in the world will all be full color like this room. So the few ideas that I wanted to throw out and get some feedback from you two ladies and anyone who wants to shoot comments in the chat section there. So the very opening beginning place that everyone starts at is the port of entry, and that's the Clockwork City. And yet all the doors, I'm thinking about putting doors, magical doors that glow, even faintly, and hiding them in different places throughout the world. And that's where you have to go. I know that they make arrows and things here. I get that. But I'd like to make everything engaging and fun. Let's see. So, port of entry, I was thinking about maybe building up Clockworks University, because we can do classes there. We can do, writing classes. We can do artwork classes. Heck, I'm thinking I can even hook up my iPad to my computer and broadcast and do drawing classes and draw with people in this and do that live. We also have the Techno Imago, the tower, which is off to the right on that little map. And that's where the gnomes keep magic away from all the other students, because there's frequent accidents. To the left on this map, I was talking to my son Simon, and I mentioned, hey, one of the things that we could do is we could start expanding and bring in Pinwheel. Those of you who are reading the series that didn't read my original books, you probably don't know what that is, or the Dragon's Chasm, unless you've listened to my podcast. And that is it's an outpost, and it's a hidden outpost from most of the other races. And it is funded by 2 human kings and the dwarves. But it is run by a gnome, by Finley Greenhopper, who happens to be a zoologist. And so I asked Simon Finley if he would be interested in sharing some of Pinwheel, and he was all for it. So we will have a bestiary there. Right there at the center, I figure, when we get to the point that we've grown to capacity, we will have an auditorium where we can have all sorts of events with up to 600 people in the same room at the same time. That's a cool thing. I don't know if you can do that with Zoom. um,
You
up.
can do it, but it costs a lot of money.
Oh, does it? Okay. Well, this is ours. This platform now belongs to Life of Fiction. Thank you to the community. So this was purchased and given to Life of Fiction to develop this world for all of us. So I also thought, and this is one of the things that I was talking with River. Actually, I've been talking with everybody, but River and her husband have been making role playing games. And have you read the articles of what we've been doing here with the questions with the RPG?
We have been keeping up. I think we're a couple behind right now. But my husband did say, like I told you, that, he'd like to sit down and compare notes because our system and a lot of the ideas that you have are actually very similar and going in the same
Are
direction.
they
So it would,
really?
yeah, like honestly, they're very, very similar to what we did in Storybook. So it'd be fun to sit down and talk it out with you.
Oh, I would like that. I know Joseph, who's here. We actually got together and had breakfast together. I made him breakfast a couple weeks ago. Excuse me. And we've been talking about, creating a room where we can develop that, and then also having offshoot rooms where we can go and play the game, have a
Yes.
downward view, and I'm pretty sure we can figure out how to make that work with role playing systems and things. But that would be fun. And have game rooms open 24/7. You can reserve a room and go in there and play with everybody. But yeah, okay. So I definitely want to sit down and do that. Any questions that anybody has? I, I've got some things to show you, some various rooms that I've worked on. But I am wondering, Coomer, you're here. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Coomer, what do you think? You know what? Since there's so few people here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down to the room and I'm going to give you guys the ability to talk. Hang on. Here we go. It's going to reset here. Boom, boom, boom. And we're all back here again. The gang's all here. And everyone should have the ability to talk. You can turn on your mics now if you like. So, Coomer, what do
Okay.
you think?
I like it. It looks good. I like the look. I like the theming here. This is really neat. I like it.
If you scroll up and scroll down, it's a very tall room. I think I counted this will fit about 82 or 83 people at the same time, which I'm really looking forward to doing that. We'll grow to that. We always grow to capacity. So that'll be a lot of fun. But see, you can theme this. That's why I wanted to show you, Coomer. So, I mean, think about it. You could do readings. You could do readings. You could do the scenes with, oh gosh. And think about this too. One of the things, this will work for all sorts of people, whether they're fiction writers or not. You can make bookstores. Talena's done that. She's got a beautiful bookstore. She has a realistic bookstore, and then she took all of her books and shrunk them down and put them on the shelves. So this is awesome, and you can do the links that go directly to selling your books. So,
The little Easter eggs you hide around.
oh
That should that
yeah.
that makes it gamey.
That's going to be fun, especially since we can use transparent PNGs. So that's one of the things that I'm doing here is I want to draw. I have a master picture, and then I draw all the pieces. So if you notice, the only thing to me that's out of place in this whole thing is that dang map sitting between me and River. It doesn't quite fit because it's the actual map. So I shrunk it down, but everything else, these are all layers, all drawn on the original drawing. And those the magical and the science fiction effects for your chairs, those are interchangeable, so I can make other ones for other future guests, just like I have different versions of myself, like early morning bathrobe with coffee. Yeah.
Very cool. Very,
uh,
very cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
I love it.
so let me show you a couple of the other rooms that I have done. I'm thinking, Lisa, that I want to show the example of, let me see, the one that I'm doing for, well, yeah, let me share this.
The one
So
for
you
the X.
see
Yeah.
above you, yeah. And this right here happens to be one of the rooms, the room of magic. Just wanted, this was actually the first color room that I did.
Make sure everybody scrolls up because it's not.
Oh, yes, scroll all the way up and you should see it, and you can resize it yourself to whatever you like. So it doesn't get in anyone else's way. That's just how you see it on your screen. And so I'm recording this and everyone can see my screen. But I wanted to do a room of magic, and I don't know, I figured what better place than to have it out in the middle of creation. So, and there are cameras on each one of those stools and a few in the back. And the one that's actually live now has other books on the shelves. Chuck's in there, Dax is in there, Wendell's in there. Um, in fact, even Roe and Rue, little tiny Roe and Rue, about six,
Show us the
7 inches.
live one.
What's that?
You sure you can't show us the live
I
one?
can I don't mind. I really do not mind just figuring this out and doing this live, because I just want to share everything. So how do I do that? So I'll go to a new tab, and then how do I do that? Let's see. Well, I can
Because
try.
we want to see all the secrets, right,
I'm gonna
River?
see all the.
Yes. I mean, I've seen a few of them, but more.
Okay. University of Magic. Let's see. Okie dokie. Let's see. Alrighty. So, so I come back here. I gotta share my screen, right? And everyone's seeing the the video that I'm going to be putting up on Substack. Everyone's seeing how I do this. Wait, you click on this, you click on, yeah, that's how you do it. Let's see, window. Let's see, where is the
You,
one? Nope.
you're making a nice how-to video for everybody else who wants to
Yeah,
use this.
don't do it this way. That's that's so far what it is. Okay, do you see that? Okay,
Beautiful.
seeing
Yeah.
it? Okay. So up here, you can embed videos. So you can make videos and put it, and then I did a video here and then just put it as private or unlisted, and you can embed that. Um, let's see, let's see. So Chuck is a link, and Wendell's a link. You've got all the books are there. See, we got Roe and Rue over here to the left of Chuck. And so, Coomer, you'll be able to put all sorts of things in here, and you can link everything. So I'll click on this and see if that brings that up. See, brings you to the underlings. Are you
Oh, it's
seeing that or no?
not showing the new tab.
It's showing the new, let's see, share this tab
Yeah, it
instead.
doesn't show that.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you've got that. Let's see. Uh, and I can go back here. Let's see. You can embed your Substack, as you see down here in the bottom. but I've got all these pieces linked. I mean, the dice link to, what we're doing to make the role playing game. A lot of these things are linked. I've got the "You Are More Than You Think You Are" mug goes to actually buy the mug. So all these things, the books, they go to the various places for the books. It's just
I
the
think it's sharing the room.
what's that?
I think it stopped sharing the room.
Oh, did it? Hang on. Let's see. Stop sharing. Let's see. Share screen. Window. No. Tabs. No. There we go. Share that one.
There it goes.
There we go.
Yay.
So the books and the yeah. Sorry everybody, I'm still learning. I've not done one of these live things yet. I just putz around myself. So so this reveal, all right, this is not as graceful as I wanted it to be. Oh well. My personality is I start touching things until they break. Oh, don't do that. So the fun thing is that I love that I can draw everything. So everything that you see is not AI, it's all hand drawn by me, the characters of the world and the stories. I'm looking forward to doing the Roadkill Tavern. Oh gosh, we could I don't know why I didn't think about this till now. Going to be able to do the black market. Oh my goodness, there's
Oh,
so many buildings in the black market. I could take you into the dirtiest, sleaziest shops and the creepiest magic shops. That'll be fun.
That's be fun.
sorry, sorry, I'm sorry. River will know what I mean. She's the only. Well, no, Joseph will know what I mean too. I can introduce everyone to Dottie McGlynn. I don't know if anyone's ready for that. Oh well. Okay. Anyway, so uh yeah, there's no limit to what we can do with this and share it together so we can visit with each other, we can interact. Gosh, I even thought about doing, meeting with people with book clubs with kids. Um oh, and I also want to draw the great library. I want to have the great library and I have to figure out how to do it because you can only go so wide, but you can go tall. And I thought, oh, then we got to have the librarian in there. And Lisa, you got to help me figure out how to do gifts because that'll, yeah. Mm.
You just use them like the PNGs, they go right in.
Oh.
Go right
But
in.
the fun thing about that is as books get published and things, we can just make each of the individual volumes and we can make them glow. Oh my goodness. An activities room. You know, Chuck's been bothering me for a while now. He's like, "When are we going to do a cookbook?" What do you mean a cookbook? Who wants a cookbook? Says, "I think we should do a cookbook. I think for all the young kids, we should do a cookbook because I've got story. I know you've got stories, Chuck. I know you have stories, but I've got stories, and kids love me." Okay, yeah, okay. They do. So when are we going to do a cookbook? Anyway, Hoban talked to him, calmed him down a bit, but he's determined. So we're going to do a cookbook. And the idea that he's got is he wants to tell stories. He wants to pull some of his favorite recipes from wood, from the Roadkill Tavern, and create a activity for younger kids to make these things with their parents, with the stories and the activities together. And I thought, what? That that's actually that's kind of a fun idea. Okay, I like that. So we'll do that, which is good. What other things? Gosh, I there's so many things that we can do with this platform, and now what I want to do is ask the community, what would you like to make?
I can't wait to see the Roadkill Tavern.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what are we gonna do in there.
I gave you the audio code, so we can have the audio.
You want the background. You want the
Yes.
background like you know what you know what's gonna happen? I'll have to draw the booth and then I'll have to do the podcast live from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to. Yes.
Oh crap.
And then you'll have to have some space for some of us to come and join you live. Like,
That
we
will
could
be
be in the
fun.
little circles, we could just be kind of like, the barmaid or whatever. Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
you could use the Roadkill Tavern for book readings too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
bard like a bard coming into a tavern to tell a story to the audience to the town for that night.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
That would be Taryn. That would be old Taryn who's always sitting in his place by the hearth at one of the ends of the tavern, always telling stories. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be way
Yeah, there's
fun.
your book reading room right there.
I already have a role playing the design for those of us who are talking about it. I've got a large table with similar like this. I got to show you another picture cuz cuz cuz
You bet.
I like this idea. I really really do. I like the idea of having, let's see, the window of having, share this.
I think your map just turned into like 50 rooms.
What?
Oh, that is so cool. Just yeah, that's so cool, Jamie. Somebody should
So
roll up
this is, I'm probably just going to leave this where it is cuz this is available to everybody right now. And I thought when I was looking at all these rooms of people that are using this platform for business, I thought, well, that's really really neat, but how come everyone's just doing circles and nobody's drawing any bodies? I mean, that just sounds like fun to have a whole bunch of headless bodies and then you just take over a body. Maybe that's just the fiction writer in me. I don't know. So I made that
It's the
room.
fiction writer in you.
What's that?
It's the fiction writer in you.
But this is I'll do this for the camera. So this is that room that's available right now when you go to the fiction hub. This is the room that you come to. And yeah, I just figured this would be good. Anyway, the room that I've designed for the getting together to design role playing games, it's kind of like a war room, but it's far more detail, and of course it'll be in color. But I've got the various races from the stories from Chronicles around the table, so you get to pick what race you want to be, and even have some monsters in there, so that'll be fun. So anyway, anyone have any questions? Anything that I know is yours.
No questions yet. I think this is really, really neat. I like this. I can see a lot of potential to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this was
like if it's the middle of the night or whatever, even if even if Jamie isn't there, right? You can just pop into these spaces and there was a did you see the article yesterday about how some of these spaces are calming spaces?
Hmm. I've heard that before.
Mhm.
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
You're having like you're going to do a writing sprint. You
Yeah.
could go in the corner
Yeah.
of the road tavern and do your writing sprint.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how I started with Twitch though, was just hooking up and just all I did for my streams was I was just drawing I was just doing my job every day, drawing for other people, but I was doing it on a stream. Like now I can draw for us in a room and let people, yeah, and just visit. So I got to figure out what kind of spaces will be welcoming. Oh, scavenger hunt. We talked about that. Okay, so DW, you and I are gonna have to talk. Cause I was thinking, if we can make a really, really hard scavenger hunt and then just have a killer prize. I learned that I have to be a lot better at this because I when I asked for people to make a list of all the things I said wrong in my in my podcast, DW got back within like 10, 15 minutes of putting it live and he got it all right. I was like, well, that didn't take long. Okay. So we'll have to make a hard scavenger hunt. And, but that would be fun. That would be really fun. Make puzzles in there. Yeah. Anyway, so many mazes. Yeah. Anyway, there's no limit, and I'm going to want feedback from this. So, this is live. This is what I'm going to use for some interviews. I have some other rooms for interviews. So I'll be I have one. I have an idea, and I'm gonna Susan. Hello, Susan. This is all Susan's fault. So if you're happy, it's her fault. If you're not happy, well, that's my fault. But if you're happy, it's Susan's fault. Because she's the one that introduced me to this platform. How does this look, Susan?
Great.
It's all
You have to
cartoons.
look up on those mere mortals like me that have to rely on photographs and, like I can't draw a stick figure for Christ's sake. So like I come to something like this and it's like, super cool. But yeah, I think it's just an amazingly different way to explore and to connect. So you really took the ball and ran with it. So
I'm
sorry more people didn't stop by to see the coolness, but they will. They will.
Yep,
It will grow.
they'll hear about it, and I'll put this out as a video for people to see and to go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I just got to figure out how to establish and to build the buildings, those spaces, and see what's open and what to leave open and what to. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But
Absolutely.
building the whole world. Yeah, I'm loving this. I am loving this. So, wow. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Anne. I am looking forward to mixing with everybody on this platform. So, I'm going to start making community spaces. That'll be fun. Lots and lots of fun. So, hey, the sign down here at the right, if you're not a member of the community, then I think everyone here is. But subscribe to Life of Fiction. Yep. And, anyone have anything else that they wanna? I wanted to show you two girls first. Just, I'm just. This is where we've got. Where I can't think of the things to say. This is, yeah. This is the new. I like where we're at. I really do.
It's beautiful, Jamie. It's really
Mhm.
beautiful.
It's amazing. I like it.
I'm glad.
You might find me in a corner world building somewhere here, but for sure.
And that's another
This
thing that
is
I wanted to do a world building room. Yeah, because we can toss around ideas real time while we're working on our own stuff.
Mhm.
So, anyway, suggestions. That's what I will look forward to is hearing from everybody. I'll do a post with this video and yeah, let me know because I'm going to make a list and then whatever the community wants in. Ben, you made it. You made it. I would like to prioritize according to what the community wants. So, if there's a specific room or a specific experience that everyone wants to have, and then I'll just go down that list and start creating that. So, yeah, by the way, there's no limit to these rooms for for this account and it's lifetime. So as long as the company is around, we'll have this for Life of Fiction. And yeah, there's unlimited rooms. So we can build as big and as dynamic and as connected as we want to.
Don't you love these programmers who say things like that? I'll
I
give you
I
rooms, but they don't realize that for us, that's just a challenge.
That's right.
Did Jamie, you confirmed that it's unlimited rooms
It,
in space?
no, it's unlimited space. The on the tier, if anyone wants to look into this too, I have a link to the main website of this platform is down to the right. If you scroll all the way down, it's on the right hand side. But I found out, Susan, that with the tier that I have with tier 3, it is unlimited spaces, and we get, unlike, we're like a slight notch above the enterprise. We get 50 rooms per space. That's really is a building. So, but I did ask Richard himself, and he said no. There's we get unlimited spaces. I'm so excited about that. So excited. Oh, I thought I turned off the gifts. Dang it.
You did not. Never
Oh,
turn off gifts. Gifts are too fun.
oh
So you
gosh.
see, you can send gifts, DW, to other people.
Okay. I gave too much control to other people. No, it's all good. It's all good. Now I got to figure out how to do, if we could figure out how to get gifts and do our own gifts in here, that would be awesome.
Ooh.
Cause
All of the smileys.
yeah, I don't know. I'm going to ask Richard. I have an appointment with him on the 19th. So we're going to hang out. We're going to go through. I'm going to have a few more rooms done by the time I talk with him and show him. So I want to get this platform into the hands of more fiction writers, and I'm just going to keep having fun because everyone's world is going to be completely different. So yeah. So this is for you guys. This is for my community and what I want to build. So do a GIF loop of 120 seconds as a hint that people aren't sure what they saw movie. What they saw move. Oh, that would be good. I have ideas for that already. I'm thinking about having Chuck sitting in a corner, knitting, having a conversation with a fern, and slowly having the fern grow. That would be good. That would be good. Or have it move when he says something. Have him turn and say something, and have the have the fern be like, "Whoa, in my space." No, I don't. I have no idea. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, and you guys have got to see DW's the stuff. When I showed him in the beginning, before I did a lot of drawing, I was talking to him about doing what was it? Were we doing a restaurant, DW? But I was like doing a steampunk version, I think. And the stuff, oh gosh, the stuff he made was just mind blowing. Oh my goodness, I just realized what this is in time for. We can do trench wars now. Oh my flip. We could do the stadium. We could go hang out with the rat teams that make and program the 40-foot robots. Oh my heck, because this goes tall. We could draw the 40-foot robots and then oh, happy birthday to me. That was, yeah. Okay. Where
Why do I
are
feel
we?
like I gave you a free task, your free trial of an addictive medicine there, Jamie?
Yep, you did.
Like I suddenly feel in the position of like a terrible drug dealer.
No.
Like, oh, little boy, just try this. Just look at this room. Look what you can do. And now look where we're at.
You know what you actually did, though? If you want to put it that way, what you actually did is you unlocked the padded door and you just let me slip out of my straitjacket. And now I'm just running free down the hall and nobody can stop me.
See, I figure it was Candy Store, Meet Jamie.
I mean, what he showed me last weekend and what is up today is like triple the amount. So this man is obviously a little crazy.
I love
Well, it's funny. He's
stories.
like, "Oh, is there a big learning curve?" I'm like, "No, it's pretty straightforward. Let me give you a quick 5-minute tour." And then the next thing I know, look where we're at. Like,
Like, this is the
Yeah.
best thing. But at the same thing happened to Delena. So I was like, you got to see this. She's like, well, and then we got in there and she's like, wait, what? And then the next morning we got together. I was like, so what did you think about it? She's, I already bought it. I was like, da-da. So
Come see my school, right?
yeah, yeah, building the school. And so I just started thinking of all my friends because, oh my gosh. We'll see. We'll see you, Joseph. I'll talk to you soon. Uh, uh, uh you know what? I just started thinking of everyone that I know on Substack, and everyone that I know. We need more people from World Anvil to come over here and to see this. So no, DW. I was just saying is that you were one of the first people that I thought about because of the 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 stories that you write, and I thought, what a great world to let people go into. Because the way that you write, uh, yeah, it's the same thing with Coomer. I want to go into rooms on the decks of the ship. I want to,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. And the thing is I've seen mind blowing things done with AI, and they use that in here. In fact, they, Buena, you said that this platform has an AI for making rooms. I haven't used it, so I don't. How does that work?
Yeah. So when you're in the room settings and you're doing that background where you would upload a background, there's
Yeah.
a big blank space above there. You're talking to an AI in that blank space. You tell it what you want it to do, and it'll design a room for that. And then Peggy has also created her own, where you can say, "I want a room that leaves people feeling like this,"
Uh huh.
and it keys into the feelings as well as this design.
Well, that's interesting. And wasn't there someone in a meeting that we're in that they said to in that box that it go to prioritize things? So prioritize what you want the AI to make because it will prioritize what you put first. And as soon as she learned that, then she put like, because what she wanted like a tropical forest and she started with that and everything was overgrown. But when she described what she wanted and then that was in the background or the last thing, she says it was perfect. It just wrapped around everything else. And gosh, very creative people. Sorry, I'm going to have to stick with line drawings, but whatever. So, yeah,
We
gonna have
want your
fun.
drawings, Jamie. The
So,
rest of us are stuck with AI, but we want your drawings.
As
uh,
I said, this is the most Jamie thing ever.
and now I've been unleashed. Like I said, it's Susan's fault.
You should have seen when I showed him, I'm like, "Here, do this, and then you can put links in." And it was
uh-uh.
like, poof.
That's all I needed. That was the one missing key. It was like, here's the key to get into the University of Magic. Thank you. And run. So, what should I draw next? What should be the priority? Just give me one thing. Let's decide on that before we end
You
here.
should take a break first. I know how busy you've been today. Take a break first and then you can draw.
Yes, take a break first.
I'll go.
Your wife will thank us.
Yeah.
Matt from Restoration Roastery will thank you because, yeah, I need to do all of the coffee bags in the next 2 weeks. So, and that will get done. So, fun. Okay. Well, this is here, so I still get to do interviews. So, we'll have fun with that. Anyway, thank you all for showing up. I sure appreciate it. I'm glad that I wasn't alone. I figured it was going to be a conversation between the three of us. So, and if anyone else showed up, that would be awesome. So, everyone
You
will.
weren't going to be alone.
I know. I know. And everyone's going to get this. Scoot sent me a message right before. He says, how you doing? I was like, I've been up since 3. I'm a little bit stressed. I'm not sure. I'm just going to pretend like it's morning coffee and just chat with everybody. He's like, take a deep breath. And even if only a few people show up, he says, just remember, you're just going to have to show people the differences. He says, oh, it's so going to catch on. Just do it. So there we go.
Mhm.
So I'm introducing the Fiction Hub, to the fiction community of Life of Fiction. And by the way, I have to show one last thing. I wanted to show this to Coomer because Coomer is the one person here who I wanted to do an interview with 5 other people. So I want to show you something real quick. Let me open this up. I have and forgive me, please forgive me. I did this as someone showed me how to use, it was my son showed me how to use AI. And I asked it and I was like, every time I asked it to do something, it's like, that's not what I asked for, you idiot. And I was like, Dad, it's not hearing you. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's not gonna offend it. It's not gonna change anything. How do I make it do this? He's like, just do this. So my son helped me with this, so everyone knows I'm the crippled artist that can't talk with AI. And I with Substack Live, which I love. It's still, I think, the best thing because you can do it, from your phone wherever you are, just at a moment's notice, which is fabulous. But I thought doing something like this, I wanted to do like live times 2, something that Substack can't do. Maybe yet. Maybe they will, but can't do yet. And so I want to show you something. So I wanted a thing where I could get 6 friends. Let me share it. Let's see. Window. Share that. And this is, do you see that? Are you able to see the room?
Yep, looks good.
I just
It's the
wanted to,
studio room. Yeah.
yeah. And so I just figured, morning coffee, right? Oh, that's kind of rude. I just noticed that the AI didn't give coffee to the 2 people on the ends. Oh, well. But I was going to sit in the middle and be the moderator and just start inviting my friends and having these open discussions in front of people. I think that would be so much fun. So much fun. I want to be an online Johnny Carson. Anyway, so that's the idea, or many ideas. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for being here. You'll be seeing a lot more of this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. And River, what do I need to do to connect with your husband? We'll talk about role playing. Oh, we need to make a room to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
I won't draw it yet that you can see, and then we'll go from there. So when it's done, I'll give a shout out and say, hey, it's time to start working on the role playing game and the Fiction Hub. That'll be fun. I got to do the port of entry. Everyone has to
Yeah.
have a way to get in. I have sketches. I have sketches of like 450 gnomes standing in line trying to get in to the city. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for showing up, and yeah, we'll have fun. I don't know how to close this out. I mean, I know how to close the room, but I don't know how to stop this. This is Jamie Buckley with Life of Fiction. Thank you for watching. Remember, fantasy is not an escape, it's a training ground. I like that phrase. I don't even know if that made sense, but yeah, we hang out together. We make heroes here. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.